Why some Las Vegas public schools are toxic. Teachers and staff in the Las Vegas public schools commonly quit, retire, or transfer to other schools, and often the reason given is a toxic school environment. Let's look at some of the toxic experiences that public school staff have informally shared over the years. Personal remarks that belittle school staff. Sometimes school principals make toxic personal remarks to teachers and staff about their wardrobe, makeup, and hairstyles in a way that belittles staff. Unrealistic time demands. There are principals that put unrealistic time demands on teachers and staff to complete a large amount of paperwork immediately when the teacher is already overwhelmed with student discipline, parent concerns, and lesson planning. Unfriendly school environment. Some school offices are not friendly to parents, visitors, and to the staff. Even some school principals have refused to say hello and acknowledge staff members. Violence toward school staff. People often hear about harsh school violence, but they don't hear about the everyday acts of violence, like the teacher being hit, scratched, kicked, and punched. Many of these incidents go unreported, and sometimes the school principal observes the violence and does not report or acknowledge the situation. Unresponsive principal. There are teachers and staff that report serious concerns and incidents involving students or parents to the principal. Some principals are unresponsive and don't ever address the concerns or even investigate the situation. Not listening to longtime staff. It is amazing that a new staff member can come into a school and disrupt a calm situation. The principal, in some cases, listens to the new staff member without checking with the longtime staff who are more familiar with the students and the school environment. Giving short notice of a change. Sometimes a major change is planned at a school, but the staff are given very short notice about the change and what impact it will have on the teachers and students. Poor school communication. There are schools that only communicate information to some staff. In some schools, the related services staff or part-time staff are not included in the emails and don't know what is happening in the school. No room for mistakes. Some principals expect everything to be perfect, and if a mistake is made, the school staff member is immediately written up with no opportunity to discuss or explain the situation. Gaslighting. There have been a few cases where a staff member creates a strained or uneasy situation that stirs up other staff members' emotions and then complains that the school staff are being difficult and hard to work with at school. No boundaries. Some staff, including principals, have no boundaries and look at or take other staff members' personal items and paperwork without permission. Lack of respect for personal illness. There is pressure in some schools to come to work even if the staff member is sick and not feeling well. Using staff members as lookouts. Some principals have used staff members who want to move up in administration to report back on teachers or get information to write up staff members. Treating some staff with favoritism. It has long been known that some principals have their favorite staff who get to participate in all the new training, get the awards, and receive outstanding honors without consideration of the other school staff. Lack of school mission and focus. Sometimes there is not a clear direction in the school path, and sometimes the school mission and focus are not clearly communicated to the staff. Lack of school leadership. Some principals try to do everything themselves and control every situation. As a result, the principal is not an effective leader who can share tasks and responsibilities with other school staff in a trusting relationship. Threatening environments. There are some schools that present more threatening than others. These schools are always telling staff they could get written up, get a bad evaluation, or a personnel complaint that might lead to losing their jobs or their teaching license. Low trust levels. There are schools that have a very low trust level in the administration. So many staff do not feel open to express their honest opinions about school situations. Differential treatment of staff. There are times when one staff member is written up for an incident, like talking on the phone, and another staff member doing the same thing is not written up or approached about the incident. Anxiety and low job satisfaction. Some employees have expressed that they have anxiety about coming to work at a school and are not feeling good about their jobs. The principal has an important role in creating a positive school environment where people want to come to work. To summarize this section, public schools in Las Vegas, Nevada do not have to be toxic, and there is so much room to grow in the areas of human relations and school staff interaction. If teachers are watching this and recognize some of these situations, here are a few tips to manage their effects. First, remember that it's not your fault. Set clear boundaries to protect your well-being. It's generally good practice to document situations that make you uncomfortable. Find allies among colleagues for mutual support. Lastly, practice stress reduction strategies to maintain your health. If you're a parent or family member wondering how to help or minimize any negative impact of school turnover on your student, here are some suggestions. Stay actively involved in school activities and communications. Focus on supporting your child's experience and emotional needs. Utilize available school resources effectively. Connect with other parents and family members to share insights and support. Communicate your concerns respectfully to school leaders to help address issues constructively. Now that we've taken a look at some of the reported toxic situations influencing teacher turnover in Las Vegas schools, it's important to consider how turnover affects the students, other teachers, and the wider community. For students, plenty of research over the years has shown that teacher turnover can cause quantifiable disruptions to student learning. This, in turn, can and does lead to lower academic achievement, which can then end up affecting students' future educational opportunities and outcomes. And jumping ahead a little bit, this means economic returns to the community might be affected. In regards to other teachers, the effects are likely obvious. After teachers leave, the remaining staff will likely be asked to add additional responsibilities to their already high workload. This can lead to burnout, reduced morale, and a decrease in job satisfaction. And, of course, this will perpetuate teacher turnover. Additionally, when turnover is high, it can make it hard to form collaborative relationships that help teachers strengthen their skills and ultimately serve students better. Finally, the effects on the community. The cost of recruiting, hiring, and training new teachers is substantial. These funds could otherwise be used for other improvements that benefit students and the community. With community members likely taking note of the situation, they might begin to feel mistrust when it comes to funding for schools, and parents may question whether their students are getting a good education. To conclude, addressing the toxic aspects of the school environment is not only about improving conditions for staff, but also about ensuring better outcomes for students and fostering a healthier community. By focusing on creating a supportive and respectful environment, schools can reduce turnover, enhance student learning, and build stronger community relationships. Public schools in Las Vegas, Nevada, and beyond have the potential to transform from toxic to thriving environments. With attention to human relations, effective leadership, and clear communication, we can create schools where everyone, students, teachers, and the community, benefits. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click the bell so you never miss an update.